Good afternoon, esteemed faculty and students of Nile University. Please permit me to sit on all existing protocols. I extend my deepest gratitude to the university for the opportunity to speak here today at the successful Rich Business Summit and commend members of the Nile Business Club for their efforts in showcasing some of the many leaders and professionals our country should be proud to have. I'm in the business of people. You may wonder what that means, so let me explain. I'm a restaurateur that has over the years converted ideas to reality and now use my reality to bring happiness to customers, which in entrepreneurship makes them your boss. Many people believe owning your own business is smooth sailing because you have more freedom, comfort, and maybe more money. These misconceptions are common, so allow me to defeat some of those stereotypes. First of all, entrepreneurship is not particularly easier than a 9-to-5 job. Office settings have structures and departments under the control of different people. You definitely face less risks in managing allocated work for a company rather than if you were to run one. Entrepreneurship is time-consuming, tedious, and quite unpredictable. Secondly, entrepreneurship forces you to give a lot to get a little, especially in the inception stage of every new business. The growth of your business is reliant on identifying opportunities, your skills as an individual, research, and most importantly, your network. Survival involves daily effort, and if you're lucky enough to succeed in the long run, it would have been as a result of direct hands-on management, strategic coordination, delegation, and creativity. Lastly, glamour is a facade when you are your own boss. As fun as it may seem to label yourself a CEO or a managing director of a company, you are forced into a full-time commitment of ensuring that the engine keeps moving. If I may speak for myself though, my experiences running our first restaurant, Waffle Stop, and now Marrakesh Mediterranean Restaurant has been the most challenging as well as the most exhilarating time of my life thus far. There is nothing quite as liberating as business growth, and each day delivers new opportunities to learn and adjust according to market demands. I encourage all the students here today with ideas and a burning desire to pursue their passions to utilize the resources surrounding them by consulting with experienced family members, friends, and mentors. Earn some support and worthy advice, and of course be certain that entrepreneurship is the right journey for you. Do not allow fear get in the way of your vision. It's okay to learn on the job because you will always get chances to work on the how in achieving results. What is important is that fight within you to keep going in times that you are least likely to. Road bumps are inevitable, but rising above them is what creates success stories for others to follow. The journey to the top, however, is not just about success, because to have succeeded, you must have had purpose. And being purposeful involves two rare commodities that you have to give every day. In life, you either give love or you give labor. Martin Luther King once said, "Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great because greatness is determined by service." The service that you provide to yourself, your daily mindset, self-motivation, and self-discipline, the service you provide to others through compassion, care, advice, and favors, the service you give to humanity by deeply considering others as you deeply consider yourselves. There is service in how you identify your citizenship, because even patriotism is a form of service to your country. I applaud those here today who have begun to make their time and efforts purposeful. This may not even be in business at all, but in philanthropy, health and safety awareness, societal issues, governance, or education. We all contribute to the global mission of peace and progress involving compassionate changemakers. United, we must stand to merge our efforts in driving our communities forward and ensuring that change doesn't remain the sole responsibility of our leaders in government. As a woman, it has been of utmost importance for me to have thick skin and to work twice as hard to prove myself in the business world. I would therefore like to conclude by addressing the females in the room here today. Many young girls ask me about my work via online messages, email, and sometimes directly at speaking engagements of this nature. You don't need anyone to tell you just how powerful you are. Your dreams are not too big and you're very capable of achieving them. By empowering you, we as a country are investing in the strength of our economy and breaking gender barriers. Although women leaders in the world are underrepresented, we must not be discouraged to step into these roles and claim our rights to implement positive change. The President and CEO of the United Nations Foundation, Kathy Calvin, said, "Girls are one of the most powerful forces for change in the world. When their rights are recognized, their needs are met, and their voices are heard, they drive positive change in their families, their communities, and the world." Thank you all for listening.